So, we're here in our favorite Starbucks at Ventura Boulevard, and this is
Mark Lever.
Mark Lever. So Mark has got a fascinating story about his real-life adventures. Why don't you talk about that for a minute, Mark?
Well, I lived in New Mexico, and I was driving to Albuquerque on I-40, 4 lanes, and I came up on an accident, and next thing I knew, down the center line came a guy wandering in shackles with a gun. And he came in around to my car and said, "Man, I gotta get out of here," and got in the back seat, and I was kidnapped and carjacked on an open highway in the middle of nowhere on the Navajo reservation in New Mexico, and for the next 10-20 minutes we were together in the car, and I didn't know if I was going to live or die.
Yeah, the guy had just shot a cop.
It turned out that the blood on him was not from him, and I'm glad I didn't know that at the time, and I also assumed that he had not used the gun, and he had, so those were probably good assumptions to make in that situation.
So, so how did this all end, or do we have to wait for the movie?
Yeah, well, I'm still here, so it obviously had a pretty good ending.
Yeah.
No, it was way down the road. The way it went was I finally said, just take the car, man. And we'd had this thing going on, and he agreed, and I kept checking with him, so I'm pulling over, so I'm taking the off-ramp, so I'm pulling down the off-ramp, and I just kept checking in with him, and he actually then said, "I don't drive a clutch." So we had a little, no, I said, "Just push it in, you'll be fine." And it's one of those moments.
Oh, God. Now you turned this into a screenplay.
Yes, I did. I came to California with 3 months of post-traumatic stress, and part of the therapy was to sit with a friend and then turn this actually into a screenplay and debrief it that way.
And you had an option.
And oh boy, did we have a good time. Yeah, we actually had a really good break and got it optioned to be made as a movie of the week, which at the time was almost made.
Yeah. So now you're back, and Gilly's gonna hopefully get it made for you.
Yay, Gilly!
Yeah, yay, Gilly! All right, thanks a lot. That's a great story.